Play silence for ShopSearch. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are ShopSearch. Have you ever been in a situation where you know what you want to buy, but you just can't find the right place? You're in the middle of baking, you're missing that key ingredient. You go to Sainsbury's, it's not there. You go to Tesco, it's not there. Where'd you go next? Well, now we have the solution. ShopSearch. Quick and simple. All you do is type in the name of the product you need and the radius you want to go to, and out pops all the places within that radius where you can find that product. And here's a quick demo of it working. Now, we have two different ways of making money. The first is, for example, if we type in sushi rice, the shops could give us money to make their marker on the map unique and stand out from the rest, i.e. that users are more attracted to going to this shop. The second way of marketing this is this What's Hot feature, where the shops can actually post what deals there are at the moment. Now, when a user goes and buys this product and has used this app, we'll get a percentage of the product price.
Right, to get customer satisfaction, on Saturday morning we went to the city center and spoke to more than 60 random people, and also got 40 responses from Facebook. And basically 80% of them said that they had troubles of finding a product from store to store. Therefore, 82% of them say that they would like to have an app that allows them to find the product immediately, and also to allow them to know the hottest deal locally. Right, in the afternoon, I'm going to visit all the local business, and basically 6 out of 10 say that they would like to share with us the data because they want to increase the foot traffic, because they want to improve the loyalty. Right, having that on mind, in terms of growth strategy, we will focus on first-year students in Wessex Lane, especially international students. And then we'll expand it to all the international society, all the students from Southampton, all the city of Southampton, and all over UK. Right, a good business should have competitors. So the main competitor is Google Shopping. However, Google Shopping only cares about big shops, while we care about the local. And also, we don't care about the price, so we won't have a problem like the Team 3 that Quick Shop have. Right, and indirect competitor would be Just Eat, or another company is advertisement locally, but I think it's indirect, so it doesn't matter much.
Right, so open data, we'd be using import.io to get data from big websites, and also government data to provide users a means of getting from A to B using transport links. Right, we are ShopSearch. Find it, want it, click it, ShopSearch. Thank you.
So you're going to go after the small shops. How are you going to go sign up and who's going to go do it, and how much is it going to cost to sign them up?
Right, so obviously we need a ground team. That's the main aim. If you've ever looked at the business model of Just Eat, this is exactly the same way that they started out. Going to one small town and initially going desperately to try and get you know, restaurants' data, and this is why they're one of our kind of indirect, you know, competitors.
All right. So how are you going to collect from the guy? You said you're going to get a percentage of the price of the product. How are you going to prove to the store that they bought it?
In the screen, there was actually a code that is generated. So I'm a shop and I sell an item. And there's a deal on to that this week. They will, the app will take care of generating this code, and when a user goes in and buys it, this code will be produced, and we will get like a count of how many people.
Why will the person produce it? Yes. Oh, I'm going to fish my phone out and show it to some shopkeeper.
Well, another idea that we had, that came up was that there would be customer incentives, such as you take a picture of your receipt at the shop that you point them to, and they get an incentive by you pay off the receipt that they bought, or you give them a percentage off of what they bought. So they're showing the store that yes, we bought the product there, and yes, they get an incentive for joining up.
I just want to add to the answer to how can we get a sign up. So we go into Fresher Fair where all the first year students come in. They are the people that don't know about the information around them, so they would really like to get the information.
How do you know if the sushi rice is in stock? Because it's one thing to say you sell it.
Right, so ultimately we're relying on the local shops providing an up-to-date database. But I know this sounds complex, but or like unfeasible. But it would keep track of and like they would keep track of their own stock better.
But big shops have complex back-end CRMs, they have product, they have just-in-time delivery. Those local shops probably have the least good inventory control.
So that's in the customer relationship. So we will provide them the IT supporter, we will provide them a platform that they just very least work they can do. Just click on them, that just provide us information. So the least thing that they have to do, but provide us information.
Provide a back-end sales control system for local shops as part of this.
I mean, ultimately, this is what Just Eat did. This is what Just Eat do and did. They provide a means for local restaurants to actually get out their takeaways in a better fashion than they already had. And also, we would provide a disclaimer, say, you know, users would use our app knowing that perhaps, you know, 1 in 1,000 times they might go into shop and it might not actually be how it looks on the app.
So how much are you going to take in terms of a commission on this?
Well, if you're talking about the what's hot feature that we're talking about, this commission, we're looking at maybe 1% per product, but also the second way of advertising would be that the shops look more prominent on the actual map. You know, they stand out from the rest. Right. You know, you type in sushi rice, you've got like 3 on the map, and 1 will stand out if they've paid us a certain amount for like a month, let's say, to, you know, be on the map.
We were thinking about, in terms of monetization of that, like charging a subscription fee such as £200 a month, which would come up to about a couple of thousand a year. If you do, you know, 20 shops, you have about $40,000 in revenue. So you would just incrementally grow.
On the shop, how am I going to track who's making money from it?
By those incentives. So we thought that the proof of the incentive, the receipt, and using the code would track what sales you're getting. So by them saying the code, or by them saying, you know, our service, or by them using the app to like show that they bought the purchase, we can then say, hey, look, we've you know, siphoned out X amount of dollars to your way this week or this month.
You're going to get people that use it that don't.
Yes. So also, if we provide a means of an IT system for them, a basic one, if they're keeping track of their if we're keeping track of their database, if they say, like last month, you know, we had to order this amount of sushi rice, next month we have to order more because it's gone. It's clearly an increase of some reason, you know.
Certain products will be.
If you're going to provide that, that's a very major value added. Why don't you focus on that and not worry about trying to get people into the shop?
Without the shop, what we're supposed to do?
What's your question again?
If you're going to
Stock
provide
control is a multi-billion dollar industry.
If you're going to do that, go after that and forget about trying to direct somebody to the shop. Why do you want to direct somebody to the shop if you've got the answer for the stock control?
That would help.
Yeah, but exactly.
We don't have.
You know, you can have both of them together.
Well, actually.
Thank you.